Hello, my name is Alero Omashola, aka Sisi Alero. I'm here today to talk about the beginning of my journey into advocacy. Um, why am I doing this? I'm doing this because, a lot of women, especially in the Black community, have been asking questions. I've been reading in some posts and, just hearing different views about us coming out to speak about our conditions regarding our periods, regarding having fibroids, adenomyosis, PMDD, PCOS, endometriosis, adenomyosis, and the likes. And a lot of women are still in that space where they're worried about what people would say if they come out to speak. And I just want you all to know that it's okay. It's okay to be able to speak up. Your voice, is what will support you. You need to speak up for yourself, advocate for yourself. You know your body better, you know your body best. And speaking up for yourself is the only way you can get the answers you need. So this is going to be a series of 7. And this is going to be the first episode, and it's going to be about my journey. So stick around if you'd like to know more. And yeah, let's do this. Welcome back. So, first things first. Let's talk about my initial symptoms. How did this begin? How did it all start? Yes, so at the age of 12, 13, my period started. And when my period started, my mom told me about my periods, about period and everything. So I wasn't like naive about it. But also, I didn't know a lot about it either. But when my period started, I had pains, I had cramps, and then my periods were actually very heavy from the get-go. And my mom explained that it's normal, like for us to have heavy period or period pain, cramps, which is something that has been accepted in the entire world. Isn't historically women are known to have period pain, and it has been accepted. So I accepted it and carried on with it, and I lived with it and lived with pain for all through secondary school. It was really bad, and I always got soiled. And I often wondered, my friends didn't get soiled when they're on their periods. I always had to have a cardigan just in case it happened. It was so heavy, and I felt really dirty because I was told I was dirty. I was told I was careless, but I really did do my best to try not to, get stained, but it always happened anyway. And I didn't know anything was wrong or didn't think anything much of it. I just thought maybe my timing to going into the bathroom was what was causing it. How did I feel? I felt really, really horrible. I felt embarrassed, ashamed, especially when I was in church because I was in the choir. When I go for choir rehearsals or we're in church for normal Sunday service, and I get up and I'm stained. And then I have to get someone to go to my mom in the main church from the choir to get something like a scarf to tie around me until we finish church and then go home. So I was always embarrassed. I hated going to church when I was on my period. I hated going anywhere when I was on my period because I couldn't control it. But there was no choice. I had to live with it. And as I got older, it got worse. The pain got worse. I started being put on strong medications. I don't know if anyone remember this. When I was in Nigeria, I was on an Analdin tablets, and then I went into taking injections as well to manage the pain. That was how bad it was. Yeah, and nothing was said about it. I was just being told, it's just the usual pain. My grandma, bless her soul, would say, just have a shot of whiskey or something or brandy, and that would help. It did help, but it didn't take away the pain. So the pain carried on for years, and eventually, I didn't even think, like people would say, when did you know something went wrong or something was wrong? I didn't know anything was wrong because I'd accepted it. But when I was in university, I remember one time the pain was so bad. My neighbors, because I lived in an outside campus hostel, and my neighbors would come round. I was in so much pain. I was crying so bad, and they would come with different solutions. Try this, try that, try this. I remember someone saying, "Oh, try this herb or try that." Like, no, I can't take no herbs because my parents never brought me up with herbs. Never had it at home apart from maybe the regular, the peeled bark of pineapple and all of that, but nothing extra. Um, so I didn't try the herbs. Tried every other thing, every other kind of painkiller that was provided, but the pain never subsided until eventually I was rushed to hospital. And that was when I was told, "Oh, it's ovarian cyst." Never heard of it, no explanations. Next thing I knew, I was in the theater, had surgery, came out, and was told I also had fibroids, which was taken out. No explanations. You're better now. You have better chances of having children now. And yada yada yada. You know how it is. And I was young. I didn't question anything, and just carried on with that. And it was a toll. It took a toll on me because I was always calculating, always planning, always. I think it kind of made me very organized as well because and also made me really clean. Well, to my own level of cleanliness, I was always particular about being clean because of my periods, about everything around me, just to feel clean and be clean because of the stigma that had followed me from when I was younger. So by the time I was in my 20s, it had gotten worse. The pain was worse. Everything was just a nightmare, and I just tried to manage everything. It was really, really impossible to pretend that it wasn't happening to me. It was really impossible to say, I'm fine. Even though I acted fine, there were days I couldn't manage it. And my close friends, when they didn't see me on campus, would know that definitely it's what kept me at home. I couldn't get to school. I couldn't do much. I'd just be stuck. I remember in my diploma days, my cousin used to be of great support and help to me. And yeah, it was really, 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 really terrible growing up with this condition. And at that time, from my teenage years into my early 20s, mid 20s, I didn't think it was something that I would live with for a long time. I just thought it would pass or I would outgrow it, but it never happened. It just got worse. And I don't know how many of you can relate with this. Just looking back now, I kind of think, well, what was going through my mind? Like, what was I thinking? I think back then I didn't have too much to worry about or think about. I was just like, let this end so I can do the next thing, really. So it wasn't like I had to plan compared to now. Just wanted to focus on finishing school, passing with good grades. I just needed to be able to study. So it wasn't so there wasn't so much stress or pressure on me compared to now. But yes, if you had to go to university or in secondary school or high school, whatever you're doing at the moment, and you're going through pain with your periods, I'd like you to know that it's not normal to have pain when you have periods. You can have slight cramps, but sometimes you can have dysmenorrhea, which is like painful periods, but not having heavy periods and severe pain at the same time. So let me know in the comment section what you're going through, and I will see you in the next episode. Until then, keep sparkling. Take care.